Cornifer's humming was safety in Hollow Knight's shadowy depths, a gentle guide in a dead kingdom, but Farloom isn't dead, it's viciously alive. Chakra's fierce competence changes everything we know about exploration, flipping the comforting search for maps into a tense struggle for survival. The friendly bug is gone, replaced by a fellow warrior whose skills rival Hornet herself, who maps out a place only she could have survived. If there's one element of Hollow Knight that I knew I would sorely miss, it would be Cornifer. The gameplay loop of discovering a new and deadly area with no form of guidance was petrifying. Yet as you traversed the foreign soil, you'd eventually be whisked away by the melodic soliloquy of Cornifer, confide in your friendship bug, and be off on your way with your bearings about you. It was one of the most wholesome aspects of a game that so expertly balanced the cute and eldritch. Yet while Silksong's replacement cartographer Chakra doesn't quite reach Cornifer's heights, she's absolutely a more appropriate choice of guide, both thematically and mechanically. Firstly, whilst Cornifer's presence was always relieving, it did raise the question of how he managed to traverse so deep into Hallownest when we clawed shell and nail to reach the same spot. With Silksong's sequel difficulty spike, Chakra's warrior aesthetic is far less thematically jarring with the dangerous kingdom she inhabits. Whilst it could theoretically be argued that since Hallownest is a dead kingdom, it's more likely for a civilian like Cornifer to navigate, that doesn't hold up in practice. Meanwhile, Farloom is an active world in the climax of its crisis. The kingdom is rife with all manner of dangerous beast and cunning foe. This is directly addressed in the narrative, as many NPCs have the goal of completing the arduous pilgrimage to the Citadel. Whilst this only requires reaching one difficult location, and as such many characters end up achieving this goal, I can guarantee you with absolute certainty none of them got there through Biowater. So for there to be a character with such an in-depth knowledge of every area in Farloom, then that character must certainly be a highly skilled and competent fighter in order to match the treacherous world she inhabits. This in turn raises the stakes of Silksong beyond the original. It morphs exploration into an act of survival as you battle your way around the kingdom, making your journey feel more dramatic and tougher, which is reflected in the gameplay. This tonal pivot is central to Silksong's narrative, as much like the New World and Cartographer, Hornet is also a much more serious protagonist. Her intensity and demeanor is matched by the overwhelming challenge of her task, so it would be demeaning to her skill to have a seemingly weak character surpass her in terms of exploration.